let's look at 9/11. And as you can see from some of the video footage, it's very suspicious what happened. There's other things that are suspicious about what happened. First of all, a month after the Twin Towers came down, all that concrete and steel was shipped to China. Huh? Yes. The Twin Towers, the debris is now in China, being put in other skyscrapers. Who knows, okay? But that's kind of strange because you would obviously want to run an investigation before you ship that thing off. But they did not do the investigation. They shipped that debris to China right away. That's the first thing. Second thing is that never in the history of humanity has a fire brought down a skyscraper. Never before and never afterwards. Investigators explained that what happened was that the jet hit the skyscraper, and then because of the explosion, because of the gas, the steel frame started to melt, okay? And then when the top melt, it started to melt the bottom one, and the bottom one, and the bottom one, and this is what we call the pancake theory. Never in human history has this happened before, except with the 3 buildings on 9/11. Okay, and the third, and then 2 planes brought down 3 buildings. The last thing is that the plane, the explosion was so intense that no bodies were recovered, no luggage was recovered, but we found their passports. Okay? We found their passports. These are the 19 hijackers who the government decided was solely responsible for the attacks. They had no help. They had no government help. They just acted by themselves, and they got really lucky. Okay, the luckiest people on the planet. As you can see, this is their passport that was found on a plane wreckage. Didn't find any bodies, didn't find any luggage, but we found the passport. So we know for sure that it was a terrorist and no one else. This is the boarding pass. This is the boarding pass. Okay? Found in the debris of the Twin Towers. Pretty lucky. But this is conclusive proof that the terrorists were responsible and no one else. Okay, so more strange things about 9/11. First of all, we have a document dated 1962, a document called Operation Northwoods. And the plan is for the government to hijack civilian aircraft, planes, and then blame it on Cuba so that the United States can declare war on Cuba. Also, 6 months before 9/11, Fox, a television station in the United States, they aired a television show called The Lone Gunman, okay? And the plot is this. The government pretends to be terrorists who hijack a plane and crash it into the World Trade Center. So they can blame it on terrorists, so they can start all these wars in the Middle East. What's amazing about the show is that the plane is not being controlled by terrorists. It's being remote controlled by government operatives. So it sounds almost like exactly like what happened on 9/11. 6 months before 9/11 happened. That's very strange.